Again, welcome to day 3 of the Get Paid Challenge. This, of course, is Coriel. Excited as always to be here to be able to share any little lesson that I've learned along my journey. I, of course, am an author. I'm a serial entrepreneur. You name it, I've done it. If it is legal, I have sold it. And I'm an educator that's managed to turn my $32,000 teaching salary into a six-figure brand. And although I've done a whole lot, more recently, I've really gotten passionate about passive income. I have truly realized that you do not have to slave in order to be successful. And I am on a mission to help as many women around the world as possible figure out creative ways to get paid and get paid what they are worth. The Get Money Gang is presenting this challenge. My Get Money Gang is your formula for more wealth with less work. If you are not a part of the Get Money Gang, you definitely are missing out if you are looking for passive streams of revenue to add to your current business model. I wanted to create this 3-day Get Paid Challenge because I realized that not everybody even has a business model yet, or a business model that is really working for them, one that is really creating consistent cash flow. And so this 3-day challenge is really meant to help you generate some ideas so that you can generate more income. Day 1 of the Get Paid Challenge was all about mindset. Before we can start talking about money, we gotta start with creating a positive mindset, understanding what you are worth. If you don't start with having a mindset of knowing what you are worth and valuing yourself and what you have to offer, you're gonna end up working yourself way too hard, and you're gonna end up feeling frustrated and unfulfilled the same way you feel at your 9-to-5. Most of us don't enjoy or aren't fulfilled by our 9-to-5 because we are overworked and underpaid. And if you start a business where you have that same feeling of being overworked and underpaid, that's not what it's all about. That's not what we are building these businesses for. You're going to end up frustrated and stressing yourself out. And so I really want to help you all develop that positive mindset so that you can really get paid. You can have all of the money in the world, all of the business coaching in the world, all of the business degrees in the world, but if you don't have the right mindset to sustain success, then you're not going to be able to make it work forever. You're not going to be able to make it last forever. Day 2 was all about marketing. If you have a business, but you're not making any money, it's probably because of your marketing. Something is lacking in your marketing. And so yesterday I spent the entire day really going through some of the most common mistakes that people make in their marketing and the reasons why their marketing is not making them money. So if you missed day 2, definitely make sure you go back and catch that replay. Now today is day 3. It's the day that you have all been waiting for. It's all about monetization, all about how you can really get to the coins. Today, we are going to talk about some creative ways to get paid. I'm going to share with you some of my favorite ways to get paid, some of the things that I'm currently doing, how I'm kind of making it all make sense. Because a lot of us have tons of ideas, and a lot of us are doing a lot of things, but we're not necessarily making a lot of money. So tonight is all about showing you the money, helping you uncover some of the ways that you can be creating more income, some of the things that you might be missing out on in your business. A couple years ago, I got to the point where I was literally feeling like I was all over the place. I had really learned, and it ended up hurting me. I had learned that I could really do anything. You know, whatever idea I came up with, I had the resources and I had the skills to be able to bring them to life. So if I wanted to create an ebook, I could do that. If I wanted to make a new website, I could do that. If I wanted to create a new t-shirt design, I could do that. No matter what I wanted to do, I had access to the resources, or I had the skills myself to be able to do that. And although it seems like that's a great thing, you know, those are assets to have, it actually ended up hurting me because I ended up confusing my audience because I offered too many things. So I had to get to a point where I realized that less is more. You can actually make more money offering less things if you're offering more of the right things. So you can have less products in your shop, making more money if you are charging what you're worth, right? So that goes back to your mindset and valuing yourself. And if you are actually selling the things that your audience actually wants, okay? And so I had to really pump my brakes and check myself. I had to check out go to my website and realize, okay, you got 30 products on this website, but when you look at your reports, only 10 of them are really profitable on a consistent basis. If you go look at your numbers and if you really truly review your past results, you'll see where the money is. You'll see where you should be investing your time and your energy. You'll see what your audience actually values and what they want. Okay, so sometimes we exhaust all of this energy creating all of this stuff, and it ends up not even making us the money that makes it worth our time. Okay, and so tonight is all about making it make sense, making it worth your money, and making sure you are actually selling things that are going to be profitable. When I first started my t-shirt business, I had one design. It was a single wife definition design, basic design. It was cute. People loved it. Once I started really, building brand awareness with that one design, then I started offering that one design in multiple colors. I got it printed up in multiple colors. Then I started getting different t-shirts. So first I started changing the ink color. Then I started changing the ink color and putting them on different t-shirt colors. Then after I did that, I started coming up with new designs. So instead of just having the single wife defined design, I had a design that just said single wife. I had a design that said men over boys. I had a design that said the Wives Society. I had a design that said queen. When I looked up, and I literally had at least 12 different designs on my website at one point. But the craziest thing was I was making less money with more products. And so that was a really hard lesson learned, because it took me designing now luckily I was doing all the t-shirt designs, so I hadn't paid anybody to do the designs for me, but still I had printed up all of these t-shirts, done these photo shoots, taken all these pictures, created all of these marketing strategies and campaigns for all of these products that ended up not being profitable. And so it's very, very important. I want you to learn from my mistakes, learn from my money and time wasted, and use tonight's lesson, apply tonight's lesson. Don't just take this away as, another lesson learned. Really find ways that you can apply this lesson to your business or your future business if you are in the idea stage. What are you selling? You got to be selling something in order to make money. But if nobody wants your product, there's no profit. There will be no profit if you are selling something that nobody wants. So I want you to work smarter and not harder. I want you to really figure out a creative way to poll your people. Ask your audience what they want. Make sure they want what you are selling before you spend time and invest money in creating these products and developing these things, developing these ideas before you know that they are actually going to bring you income. Okay? Step one in making sure that you are able to monetize is picking and prioritizing your products. Again, in order to be profitable, you got to be selling something. Even if what you are selling is yourself. So you don't necessarily have to have a product-based business. Even if it's a service, that's something that you have for sale, but you have to have something to sell. So in order to really choose what you should be selling and whether or not what you are trying to sell makes sense for you and your audience, you want to first ask yourself, are you passionate about it? Is this something that you are actually passionate about? A product that you actually care about? Is it related to something that maybe has changed your life? If you are starting a service-based business in the personal finance industry, a lot of finance experts started out broke. A lot of the people who can really help you get your money together, they can help you get your money together because they have helped themselves get their money together. So a lot of the times the products or services that you are offering are things that are related to something that you've been through, something that you have experienced that has inspired this business idea or inspired this new product. I highly recommend you going with the things that are tied to your passions. I have literally started an entire business based off of what I saw somebody else doing. I saw somebody else making money doing something and I thought, oh, that's easy. I can do that real quick and make some money. And guess what? I did it. I made some money, but it was not a sustainable business. And I do not want you to waste your time, your blood, your sweat, your tears, and your energy building a business that is not sustainable. So don't pick a product that you're not passionate about. When I was out there doing those pure romance parties, it was clear as day. Stevie Wonder could see that I was not comfortable selling lube and sex toys. Okay. It's not my lane. It was not something that I was passionate about. It wasn't even something that I was comfortable talking about. But here I am in somebody's house, in their living room, standing up in front of them and their drunk girlfriends talking to them about, date night. I could not sustain success in that business because it was clearly something that I was not passionate about, not comfortable with, not something that I really wanted to do. Maybe your product is not making you money because it's not something you're passionate about. It's not something that's aligned with your purpose. Maybe it's something that some of y'all got websites and you're just like me, like you're all over the place. I come to your website and you got a coaching program, you're selling teas, you are hosting an event, you're selling books, you got audios, you got children's books, adult novels. You are all over the place. And even though you might be interested in all of those things, even though you might have access to all of those things, that does not mean that all of those things should be up on that same website together, being marketed to the same audience. All that is going to do is confuse your audience. That's going to make them not buy anything. You think that creating 100 products is going to get $100 and it's not. It's really going to confuse people. Okay? You want to make it make sense. You want to pick and prioritize your products based on the things that your audience is actually interested in. So there's some things that you can do pre-launch before you spend any money, before you invest any time in developing these businesses, these products, and creating these landing pages and these funnels and these masterclasses and these video courses. Find out if people are actually interested. Make sure it's something that you're actually passionate about. All right? So the first question in picking and prioritizing your products is, are you actually passionate? Second question, is it something that you can defend? As a business owner, you got to get real comfortable with defending yourself. You got to get real comfortable with people asking you tough questions, with people asking you about the motives, the inspiration behind your business, the features, the benefits about your products and your services, your expertise, questioning who you are to be teaching this topic or who you are to be coaching in this industry, who you are to be offering this particular product or service. And if you are not passionate about it, if you cannot defend it, then you're going to have a very hard time sustaining that business. You're going to have a very hard time promoting that product if it's not something that you can actually defend. Okay, so make sure whatever product or service you are offering is something that you're passionate about, something that you're confident in, something that you can defend, something that you are knowledgeable about. Typically, we have confidence when we're knowledgeable. When you don't know what you're talking about, that's when you're not confident. But when you are talking about things that you know about, like, with your eyes closed, frontwards, backwards, you know this thing like the back of your hand. When you're talking about that thing, something that's like in your zone of genius, you don't need a script. You don't need, help. You don't need a boost of confidence. You can just kind of go with the flow. And you got to be able to go with the flow when you're talking about your business. In order for people to take you seriously, you got to take yourself seriously, and you got to know what you're talking about. And not only do you got to know what you're talking about, you got to know what you do. You got to know what you offer. You got to know who you are offering it to and what value you add. So make sure you are picking products that you're comfortable with, that you're confident in, that you're knowledgeable about, okay, that you're passionate about. And then, of course, you want to make sure you are selling something that your audience is actually interested in, and not just interested in, actually sees the value in. Because it's one thing to like a photo of your new product on Instagram. It's something totally different to see the value in that product and actually purchase it. Okay? So step one, make sure you're selling something that your people actually want to buy. Now I want to talk about some creative ways to get paid and just changing your mindset to actually make money, right? Whenever for me, I can't really teach people how to think like I think, because I naturally see dollar signs in almost every situation. In every conversation, I'm thinking about how I can make money, how whoever I'm talking to can make money, how they might be missing out on some money, how I might need to go check my money. I'm always thinking about money. So, prime example, I was in the market for a new apartment. My lease was ending. I was about to move. I go and check out this apartment. And the apartment was cool. I liked it. It was modern. I was literally going to be the first person moving into it. So it was brand new. Like, I loved the building. Great location. Loved it. But when I saw like the amenities, I was sold. Because I instantly, on sight of seeing these amenities, I instantly saw a check. I instantly thought about all of the ways that I could make money off of these amenities that came with this apartment. So somebody else might have walked in there and only been thinking about, where they were going to live, only been thinking about how they themselves could have used these amenities. But I'm always going to take it a step further. How can I make money off of this? And so I immediately came up with 3 streams of income that I could make off of this building instantly, right there on the spot. So you always want to frame your thoughts to not even necessarily make money, but you got to come up in some kind of way. You have to profit off of every single experience, profit off of every single relationship. You have access to money in your address book, money in your contact list, money in the property that you own or have access to, money in the things that you know. You don't have a money problem, you have a creativity problem. You have access to something right now that can make you money, whether it's your car that you can use for Uber to make money, whether it is your house that you can use for Airbnb to make money, whether it is your typing skills that you can use for, data entry to make money. There is something in you or around you that you already have access to get paid. And so I want to challenge you tonight to make a list. Make a list of 3 to 5 things that you are missing out, 3 to 5 ways that you're missing out on money. 3 to 5 things that you could be doing, 3 to 5 new streams of income that you can add, even if you don't have a business model. Your stream of income, y'all, in the process of me moving, I literally made, a couple $100s. A couple $100s easy on Instagram during my move by selling stuff. So instead of having to go through the hassle of packing up and moving things that I had never worn, that I was probably never going to wear, I hopped myself right on Instagram and started slinging it. Made money right there on the spot, went towards my moving expenses, easy. Somebody got some brand new shoes and I got one less box of shoes that I got to move to this new place. Okay. Now these same principles, this same mindset can be added and implemented in your business. There are ways that you can make more money off of what you are currently doing. So I have a client who is I guess she's called a lashtician, right? She does lashes. So instead of just offering the lash service, she added another stream of income and actually created her own line of lashes. Then she took it a step further than that, and we built out her affiliate program. So now she's not only making money selling the lashes herself, now she's making money off of other people selling the lashes for her. Then we took it a step further than that and created another stream where now she's helping other entrepreneurs, other lashticians and beauty influencers, people in the beauty industry, private label their own lash lines. So now she's charging people a consultant fee and a product development fee to create their line of lashes. You can literally tell me any industry, any idea, anything that you're passionate about, and I'm going to see dollar signs. Like, I'm going to hear cha-ching in my head. My dream team will tell you. We can literally be in a meeting and I get the money back look on my face. Like, they can see me crunching the numbers and doing the calculations in my head. I'm always thinking about new streams of income for myself or for the people around me. And that's how you got to think if you are going to make money on a daily basis. If you are going to make money based on the things that you love to do, based on the things that you are passionate about, and based on the things that you are already doing, you got to think like a hustler. You got to always be looking for ways to profit. Read the book, The 50th Law by 50 Cent. He does a really good job of explaining how he always capitalizes on everything. Bad press, good press, every TV opportunity, every interview, every Instagram post, every comment that he makes is calculated. He's making money off of everything he does. So go read that book. It's a great way to kind of shape your mind and change your mind towards making money off of everything that you're doing, making money off of things that you're already doing. Some of the things, these are currently some of the things that some of my revenue streams, some of the ways that I am making money right now on a daily basis. I'm making money on one of these things on a daily basis. And on some good days, I'm making money on multiple things. But I have found a way to make it all make sense. I'm not telling you that you can't do all of the things that you're passionate about, but before I got to the point where I could host events and host getaways and plan getaways for other people and host a podcast and write blogs and do all of these things simultaneously, I had to get really good and make a name for myself doing one thing. Building a brand doing one thing, getting really, really good doing one thing. Once you pull people in, once you got them, all you got to do is keep them. At that point, once you got people's support, once they like and know and trust you, then it's just it's easy from there. Then they're going to do what you want them to do. Whether you host a podcast or host an event or host a webinar, they're going to support you. So the goal is really, really figuring out what you are passionate about, picking and prioritizing a product based on that, figuring out a creative way to get paid based on that, building your name, building a buzz for yourself based on that, and then pulling out other streams of income, creating other ways to get paid. So literally, live events. You all know that I host Workplace Slay Weekend every year here in Atlanta, a 4-day women's weekend. I do curated travel where I'm hosting my own trips. Busy at the Beach is coming up this August, but I'm also hosting or planning branded trips for other entrepreneurs. So other influencers who want to host a trip for their audience. They want to take their tribe to Mexico or to Jamaica or to the Bahamas. I'm able to plan their trips as well because I'm a certified travel agent. So I'm able to really make money off of all of my skills, but I'm doing it in a way that makes sense under my brand. My podcast makes me money. My blog, affiliate programs, paid advertising, whether it's advertising on my podcast or people paying me to advertise on my social media. books and merchandise, speaking engagements, coaching and consulting, developing people's Shopify sites, helping people launch their podcasts, marketing people's email management and creating email systems and funnels for them. I'm able to market and monetize all of these different revenue streams in a way that makes sense because I have systems and because I really focused on making a name for myself and building a buzz in one area, doing one thing, really sharpening and being laser focused in one area first. Doesn't always make sense to do a whole lot. Less is more. Until you get to the point where you can do it all, but make it make sense. The other way that you can really be monetizing the things that you are doing is profiting through your partnerships. Again, you have access to so many people, so many connections, so many contacts that can result in coins, okay? You already have access to so many people that you can partner with. And so I really want to challenge you to identify the right partners based on your goals, what it is that you want, and then your audience. Yesterday, we talked about, marketing and how your marketing should be making you money and partnerships should be making you money. But if you're partnering with the wrong people, it's not gonna be a return on your investment. You're not gonna make money off of the wrong audience. You can't market the right products to the wrong people and expect them to buy. Okay, so when you are thinking about ideal partners, you definitely want to have a goal in mind. So maybe your goal is to sell this specific product. Maybe your goal is to build your email list. Maybe your goal is to increase your following. You got to outline a specific goal first before you set out to work with a partner. Before you start sending DMs or sending emails, you got to know what it is that you want. So you want to outline your goal, and then you also want to outline your audience. Who is the target audience for this goal? So if you want to sell this new product or you're in the process of launching this website, who's the target for that new product or that new website? If you are working on building an email list, who do you need on this email list? When I was working on that strategy with my client who does lashes, we were working on a strategy to build 2 different email lists. One email list was going to be for people who just wanted to purchase lashes themselves. Another email list, well, actually it was 3 email lists. Another email list was going to be for people who wanted to be an affiliate for her lash line. And then the 3rd email list was going to be for people who wanted to start their own lash line. So you got to segment your audience. What type of list are you actually trying to build? You got to know that in order to make it make sense, in order to know who is actually an ideal partner for you. And then it's as simple as making a list of the brands, the influencers, and the bloggers that you want to partner with. Who does it make the most sense to partner with? Then, of course, you want to outline what you need from the partnership in order to make it a successful partner, and a successful partnership. What you bring to the table, because again, unless you are paying this person, you're going to have to bring something to the table. It has to be a reciprocal relationship. So what exactly do you want and what exactly are you bringing to the table? And then create a list of collaboration ideas. Maybe you all can share each other's content. Maybe you can create a challenge or a contest or a giveaway that you can co-host together. Maybe you can co-host a webinar. Maybe you can co-author an ebook as a list generation activity. So it's as simple as figuring out what you want, figuring out who you want to work with, knowing what you are bringing to the partnership, and then coming up with how you are going to make it work. But there is absolutely power and profits in partnerships. And now I want to share with you my easy method for adding multiple streams of income. This is the Get Money Gang formula for making money. All right. So it's a 5P formula. I'm going to take a sip of water. You get ready to write these 5 Ps. All right, so the 5 P's in making more money, the formula for making more money. Number 1, you gotta have the right product. Again, you wanna make sure your product actually aligns with your purpose. Can you confidently defend, explain, and share it? Can you talk about it with ease? Okay, so product is essential. That's number 1. Is it something that your audience wants or needs? Are they willing to pay for it? Yes, they might like it, but are they willing to invest in it? So number 1, you need the right product. The second P is people. Who's going to buy this product? Before you spend time and effort and energy and money developing a product, come up with a strategy for building an audience. A lot of my clients come to me for a strategic planning session before they have a product, because nobody wants to waste money developing products that they don't have a strategy to sell. So you want to make sure you have a strategy for actually building an audience so that you'll have a pool of people who are interested in the product that you develop. So who's your audience of people that's actually going to be interested in that product? How are you actually going to go about connecting with these people? That's the second P. Number 3, what's your price point? Do you know what your audience is willing to pay? And aside from what they're willing to pay, what are you willing to accept? What value are you putting on yourself and your services? When it comes to your services, don't just think about, the time that you're putting in, like, okay, this is only going to take me an hour worth of work. It's only an hour worth of work, so I'm only going to charge X amount of dollars. You are charging for your brain power. You're charging for the years of experience that it took for you to build this expertise. Okay, so you're charging people for your skill set, not necessarily for an hour of your time. So you want to make sure your price point is something that your people are willing to pay, but you also want to make sure it's something that's worth your time. Okay, so that you don't have to have 1,000 orders this month for you to actually make a decent profit. So number 1, you got to have the right product. Number 2, you got to have people that are willing to buy your product. Number 3, you got to have the right price point. Number 4, you have to make sure you are selling that product on the right platforms. So create a sharing strategy for each of the platforms that you're going to use. If you're using Instagram, you want to make sure you're doing live broadcasts. Video is also very good on Instagram. If you are using YouTube, you want to you can do tutorials and product reviews. Twitter is great for creating conversations. So you want to make sure you are selling on the right platform. You have a plan for each platform. Then, of course, the 5th P is promotion. What is actually your plan, your promotion plan for these products? You want to make sure you are putting just as much energy and time and resources in your promotion plan as you are putting into your product development plan. So the right product plus the right people plus the right price point plus the right platform and the right promotion equals profit. That's the Get Money Gang formula for making money. An easy way for you to add a new stream of income. Now, since you have taken part in this 3-day Get Paid Challenge, you are literally the first to hear about my brand new not Get Paid Challenge. I was about to say my brand new Get Paid Challenge. My brand new program, the New Streams School. So my New Streams School is an intimate, small group cohort where I am literally walking women step by step through a system where in 6 months, they will have at least 2 new streams of revenue. They will be able to find new ways and a system and actual strategies to increase revenue in their current business model, as well as add an additional stream of income to their business model. So during this 6 months, we are literally going to walk through the steps of going from idea to income, really bringing your idea to life from start to finish. So all of the people who took action on day 1 and day 2, who have already scheduled those take action sessions one-on-one with me, are going to get the personal invitations to my New Stream School cohort first. But because you are part of this Get Paid Challenge, you definitely still have an opportunity to schedule that one-on-one take action session with me. So there's no link. I'm not going to give you all a website to go check out and go sign up for New Stream School yet. The information is not online. You are literally the first to hear about it. But in order to receive a personal invitation, you got to sign up for one of those take action sessions with me. So if you've already done that, then you are already on my list to receive an invitation first. But if you have been sitting on these ideas that could be making you money, this is the perfect program to help you figure out which of those ideas are even worth your time? Which of those ideas should take priority because they will actually make you profit? So there's a monthly module, there is monthly master classes, there's monthly accountability, assistance, and support. And I'm super excited to be able to work with you all in a more engaging way. This is ideal for both aspiring as well as new entrepreneurs, whether you're a new entrepreneur, a seasoned entrepreneur, or someone who just wants to figure out how to add a new stream of revenue. So the only way to get an invitation to New Stream School is to schedule a take action session with me. That information is in your email at this time. If you missed day 1 or day 2 of the 3-day Get Paid Challenge, definitely make sure you check your email for those replay links. I hope that this has been empowering, motivating, and educational for you. And I am excited to help you make more money and finally get paid what you are worth. I love you. Good night.